Good evening, everybody. Welcome to The Live Place. This is news show number 9, and I am your host, Dean. Thank you for joining me. Guys, been the very last second. Had a little technical glitch there for a minute, but I would like to welcome some of you to the show. All right, Leanne. Good to have Sooner Girl here. Mike Wheeler. Always good to see you. Jonathan Bredian. I'm not sure if you're Bed Lion. Sorry about that. I think you're new here. Welcome. Pearl Manhattan, nice to see you. AGC Magic TV, hi Amy, good to have you here. Stevie Lee, always good to see you. Mary Ellen, awesome. Mary Ellen and Sooner Girl, we'll be talking about them a little bit later on. Stacy Rogers, our last mod of the month. Nice to have you here. Avery, the Cuban American, nice to have you here, my friend. Epcot Bob, my brother, and I will be talking about our recent trip to Disney World. So glad Bob is here. Disney Nerd Herders, hiya Charlie, hiya Stacy, nice to have you guys here. Noah, the Disney World fan, our very first mod of the month. Good to see you, Noah. The Adventures of Gonzo. Nice to have you here, and I will be talking about his channel tonight, so thank you for being here. All right, let's keep going. Adventures of Gonzo. Duffley Crew, hey, good to see you guys. Nice to have you here. Hopefully, yeah, Steve's World, our friend that we just got to see in Disney World. I will be talking about that in a little bit here. And Captain Akron 27, good to have you here as always. And let's see, I think I am caught up. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody here. All right. Cool. All right, 22 here. Thanks very much. Hope you can hit that like button. And on with the show. So first off, I just wanted to tell you, and I'm sorry, I didn't actually read any of the comments other than just to see you were there. And Viapree, excellent. Ed, Mindy, nice to see you guys. We'll be talking about the Viapree project. LSU Mom, hey Emily, nice to have you here. Thanks for joining. Kay Atwood, my friend, nice to have you here as always. And I am going to ask, is everything sounding good? I'm hearing a bit of an echo, but that might just be here. So yeah, Bob or if somebody can just tell me, is everything sounding good? And hey, there's Keystone 76. Nice to have you here. Thanks for joining. Hey, Janie B. Nice to see you here. Sound is good. Great. We've had a lot of great live streams tonight, so appreciate Walt and Melissa, and Patrick was on with a lot of great guests. And I was watching, but I was so busy preparing, I didn't get in the chat. So the first thing I wanted to tell you is this episode, if you've seen my news show before, you know that I try to start it off with something kind of fun in this control room. And hey, Michael Riley, good to see you, my friend. And I tried something, and I'll just say I didn't feel it succeeded. Hey, Pepper Tree Villa, good to see you, Arnie. Definitely check out all these great channels, a lot of great live streamers here. So glad to have the Duffley crew here. So basically, I in the first couple of news shows, I had some of you help me with some voice overs, and did a little scene in the control room here. And I had an idea, and I did share it with Bob, and I said, hey, what if I take audio from other live streams and see if I can integrate it into a drama right here in the control room. And it was a lot of work, and in the end, I'm just going to say it didn't turn out too well. So if anyone gets very curious about it, I do have it, and I would be glad to play it. But like I said, I don't think it's very good. So I decided to pass on that and get right into the news tonight. So first thing I will say are, let's have our featured channel of the month, and that is D&G Explorers. Join Derek and Gregory for weekly vlogs and live shows as they explore the world of Disney, cruising, and other travel destinations. Come have fun with them And as they like to end their vlogs, we are just getting started. So first off, I want to welcome my good friend Rob Fuzz to the stream. Rob, thank you for being here. You're so busy lately. I'm honored that you could take the time. And so you guys, D&G Explorers, Derek and Gregory are just awesome people. I have seen that they've had the opportunity to meet up with a lot of you in person. And so I just really wanted to shout them out this week, say they have a great channel, they offer great content. And so check out D&G Explorers. They are awesome and good friends of ours. And I also want to welcome Walt. Walt, maybe Melissa, I'm not sure. Mouse Talk is here. Nice to have you here. I see Jeff Resendez. Nice to have you here, my friend. And I saw Jim, my good friend from More Sunshine, Please. So basically, I will be talking actually right now. So I'm going to talk about Bob and I's awesome trip. I want to make sure I've said hi to everybody here. So, all right, I'm going to share a little bit about our trip. It was about a week ago, Wednesday, that I was scheduled to leave to Disney World, and Bob he went the day before, and we both had been planning this trip for about 6 months, and I had made reservations. Hey, Bax, good to see you. I had made reservations down at Disney World. Bob later got in. He's got an annual pass. He ended up getting bumped up to Animal Kingdom. It was fantastic. And anyway, just before the trip, the two of our youngest son, my youngest son and Bob's youngest son, both got sick, and so they weren't able to come, which was really sad and it was disappointing. But Bob's second youngest son came with us, and we had a great time. And we met up with all these great people that I'm just wanted to shout, hey, Resort TV One, good to see you, Josh. It's always nice to have Josh here. I think it'd be kind of funny if I said check out Josh's channel, but you guys all know Josh. That's how we came to know each other, through Josh and Jenna. So thanks for being here, Josh. So basically, I did want to share a little bit about this trip. You know, for me, it was a lot of fun. It took a little time to kind of get over the disappointment, but of the sons not being able to come. But the good news is we're already planning another trip. So so hey, it's Joey's World. Nice to have you here. You guys, if you haven't seen It's Joey's World's recent prom video, that was awesome. And so you should definitely check that out. So first off, when we were down there, these are the people that we got together with. First off, we did run into Jenna and the West Coast crew as we were walking around Epcot in our first full day there. And then so we were able to get to see them briefly, and then we got together with Josh and Jenna and Richard, Donna, Samantha, Nick. We got together with all these and the West Coast crew on Friday night. And I wanted to say a personal thanks to Josh and Rob Fuzz, who really did a lot of shout outs and got me up to 500 subs. I was at 375 when I went down there, and I'm like at 519 now. So thank you very much. Who's counting, right? But thank you very much, Josh, Jenna, Rob, and all you people who shouted me out. It was really nice of you. So let's see. Yeah. All right. Now, we got to meet up with, and we met Angela of Dizard Dream, who's another great live streamer here. So definitely, you guys haven't checked out Dizard Dream, check them out. They got some cool pin live streams, and they do other live streams. And so, then we saw Corey Meets World as he was live streaming on a Thursday night. Thanks for that, Charlie. And so we saw Corey, and that was fun. And then the next morning, we got up super early, got into Hollywood Studios, and met Jim of More Sunshine, Please, who's in the chat. And we got to ride Rise of the Resistance. So that's the ride. And I'll tell you what, that ride is incredible. And it was an honor to be with you, Jim. We had a great time. So thank you, Jim, for being there with us. And next, I wanted to say I got a chance to briefly meet Sean and Susie of Mickey Sightings, and They're awesome family. They have a daughter, and we met at Epcot briefly, but we weren't able to do much more. But anyway, it was great to meet them. And then Kelly and Taylor of the Mickey Bunch, we were able to have breakfast with them one of the mornings, and really nice ladies. Kelly works for Disney, and so it was just an honor to hang out with them. I think I saw Mike O'Reilly said how many subs he was up to, so congratulations. Hello, Ed. Texas Takes is in the house. Yeah, thanks, Ed. I got my tie on and everything. And then, really super duper surprise. We were on the night before our last day. Steve had gone live, and as many of you know, he was in the Orlando airport, made a last minute decision to stop and spend some time there, which is like incredible. And we got to spend a whole day with Steve at Animal Kingdom. We had some fast passes, so we were able to get him on with us. And I'm telling you, we just had such a good time. And Steve is awesome, and everybody loves Steve. So Steve, thanks for hanging out with us. We were super honored. So, all right. Good night, Jeff. Nice to have you here. All right, I'm going to try a little bit better to keep up on the chat. Dennis Algazi, it's late, but I'm here listening. Came from Mouse Talk. Oh, thank you very much. Nice to have you here. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name right, but nice to have you here. If I've missed anyone, I think I said hi to T Town Mary Ellen. And I will be talking about her and Sooner Girl a little bit later on here. So thank you, Steve. That's really nice. That's nice of you to say. We all think Steve's kind of the hero in this in that world, but I was looking. All right, I need just tend to a sniffly nose. Sorry about that. All right, mod of the month. Emily, you're amazing. And you were in here earlier. I hope you're still here. Just another Disney. Nice to have you here. I wanted to take a minute and really thank Emily. She is just a very classy person who has been a faithful moderator for Resort TV One and for a lot of us, and has just been a good friend and very, very kind in the chats. And so, everybody, I wanted you to say thanks to Emily. That's what this is about, is give you a chance to just thank our wonderful moderators, and Emily is sure a fantastic moderator. It's Joy's World says, geez, Dean, you didn't have to stand at the podium just for us. You could have sat. Well, it looks like I'm standing, but I'm not. All right, let me see if I'm. Yeah, you're welcome, Emily. We're all so happy to have you as a friend. And it was so fun. I've said it before, but it was fun when you met up with Resort TV One. I remember it was just great to see you in person after knowing you for such a long time. So, Emily, you're awesome. All right, and lots of kudos on that. All right, cool. Now tonight, like I said, I tried something. If I may later on, if you guys are hanging around and get curious, I will show you the video that sort of was a fail. I remember on David Letterman, he would show these things that they would try and it would fail, but sometimes they would show it. And so I'm willing to show it to you guys if you want to see it a little bit later on. But I am going to head. Okay, so Dennis says it is. Yes, Dennis is correct pronunciation of my Turkish name, and I'm English but live outside UK now. Oh, cool. Wow, I'm honored that you would be here. Thank you very much. Steve says play it, Dean. I'm curious. Okay, I'm did did Jenna hop in here and I didn't see her? I just see Jenna's name here. All right. If Steve asked me to play it, sorry guys, but I gotta play it because Steve is my pal. All right. I'm warning you that this is, in my opinion, was not at the level of the first control room drama scenes I did. So yeah, Stacy Rogers is agreeing. Okay, and Josh is confirming Jenna is not here. Okay, here we go. For better or for worse. Here's the control room drama scene, and like I said, it was me stealing drama from a Resort TV One video, and here we go. Hey, how's it looking tonight?
The weather is absolutely perfect.
Live streaming is stable?
We've had some technical difficulties.
What what happened?
So that's right. You missed shenanigans.
What shenanigans?
Fireworks. Right over Morocco.
Good grief. How could fireworks in Morocco affect live streaming?
So that's what's going on tonight.
Well, jeepers, at least give me a technical reason.
My bubbles. Look at that full moon, guys.
Well, I mean, you could live there for a while.
Are you guys ignoring me?
But I'm not ignoring you, I promise.
But what does this all mean?
You're gonna get hurt.
Me? When? Where?
All over the world.
Okay. You are kind enough to give a few ha-has in the chat. Thank you very much. In my mind, when I was making it, it was going to be so epic, as Josh says. And, maybe I'll try it again. If you guys didn't seem to hate it, I'm not seeing any green-faced emojis in there. All right. So people seem to be okay with it. Well, then I'm glad I showed it. Thank you, JDB. All right. No Capcom. I know, Rob. I feel like Capcom should be a part of every one of them. Capcom is awesome. Roll it again. I'll roll it again at the end if anyone's interested. Yes. So a lot of the streamers know that when I send out an email every month and I ask them for what are their news items that they want me to cover, and they and one of the things I said was that I wanted to start focusing a little bit more on the future stuff rather than the past stuff. But then, I got to thinking there was some really cool milestones that got hit and some really cool things that happened. And so Sherry of Sherry Awesome Sunset Travels hit 1,000 subs recently, and I wanted to congratulate her. So congratulations, Sherry! If you get to see this, we're proud of all that you've done. Epcot Bob says it's great because it brings in live stream moments, and this is the live place. I know that was exactly the idea. Was that this is all about you live streamers and the community that embraces it. So I'll try again. Maybe I'm feeling encouraged here. I wasn't expecting that. So thank you. Charlie says yes, it was great. We are our own biggest critics. You know what? If Charlie says that, and he's one of the funniest people in this community, I'm going to take that very seriously. All right. Hopefully I haven't missed anyone here. Okay. How do you like that cool little intro? So the first news item, and I have 15 of them tonight, and I saw Ed in the chat or the Viaprees. I wanted to say, so nice to have you guys back. Ed has, they've been busy and some things had kept them from doing their live streaming and vlogging as they had done before. So I wanted to say I'm so excited that Ed and Mindy are back. And first off, Road Trip Dave, my good friend, nice to have you here. Everyone say hi to Road Trip Dave, and he is my awesome partner, and so good to have you here, my friend. And so, anyway, Ed and Mindy are returning to the live streaming and whatnot on February 29th at 9 p.m. And basically the show, and all I know about it is called The Return. And I don't know all what they have planned, but I just know that Ed and Mindy are just quality people. And you guys all remember this. They used to do what was that interview show that you did? And everything they put out, Ed has a lot of talent in this arena. And so Ed and Mindy, so glad to have you back. Can't wait to see what you're going to be doing. And thank you. Thank you for contacting me. All right. I did get a little bit behind here. Okay, thanks, Stacy, for posting a link to Viapree. For any of you who don't happen to know Viapree Project, please check them out and subscribe. All right. Sessions. Thank you, Stacy. Yeah, Sessions. Dave says Viapree Project is into his house for mega return. Absolutely. I'm so excited about that. All right, next one. Whoop, I jumped. So Resort TV One put out a video. Josh put out a video this week, and they are going to change things on their channel. And so they're going to be reeling back a little bit on the daily vlogs. And if I remember right, Josh, hopefully if you're still there, correct me if I'm wrong, is Wednesday and Thursday you're not going to have a regular vlog, but I think you're going to be adding to the live streaming, which obviously has been a huge success for you, and I think it's a great move. And so, if you want to clarify what I just said, but my understanding is no vlogs on Wednesday and Thursday, but I think you're adding live streams during the week. And I can't remember if there was a given day or if it was just more often or how you're going to do that. Hello, Timothy Rainwaters. Good to have you here, my friend. All right, everyone's saying hi to each other. Okay. All right, Charlie and Stacy of the Disney Nerd Herders. Okay, let me go back to Josh here real quick. Yep, taking Wednesday and Thursday off regular videos. We may do extra streams on some of those days, but nothing definite. Okay, so there you go. So yeah, and we see Resort TV One does go live on other days other than Fridays sometimes, and so anyway, great change, and we're all happy for you guys. And anything that you can do to make your channel more successful, we're behind you 100%. So anyway, Charlie and Stacy are having some guests coming up, and I'm really happy to say that I'm one of them. But on February 12th, well, that's tomorrow. Sorry, they have Jim of More Sunshine, Please, who's getting actually quite popular in the streaming community. You're seeing that everybody wants him on their show, and they're also having Expedition Greg on. So that is tomorrow night on Disney Nerd Herders. And then a week from tomorrow, I will be on, and I'm super honored, Charlie, that you would ask me to be on. I'm looking forward to it, and so thank you very much. I hope I can bring half as much entertainment as your normal guests do. All right. Tanya, you guys all know that crazy Disney lady. She is going live now on uh, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. So she's a very busy person at Disney and does long live streams. So if you're looking for some Disney fix, there you go. Join Tanya. Okay. Uh, thanks, Charlie, for the clarification. It's Five Foolish Mortals on February 22nd, Dean, not the 26th. Oh, I'm sorry, and I forgot to mention that, didn't I? Hold on, let me go back real quick. Um, okay. Now, did I get that right, Charlie? You're at Pepper Tree Villa on that night? I did forget to say that, but go ahead and clarify that in the chat there, and of course we'll have it at the live place. But I believe you said it was at Pepper Tree Villa and it was Foolish Mortals. So please clarify that for me. Hard to keep up. Okay. Okay. If I miss your comments, please repost. So my good buddy Rob Fuzz has had an incredibly busy and amazing week, and I wanted to just shout out the amazing things that he's done in the last week. For one, he's put out some great old retro videos, and honestly, if you guys want to see Disney World in some of the early years, Rob has put out some great videos, and he's also put on a number of live streams, and he's also been on another one. So he's actually been a part of three Oscars live streams where they talked about the Academy Awards. He was on with Adam's Land, And then he had two shows, I think, on his channel, right, Rob, where he before and after the Oscars. And so yeah, him and Adam and there was other guests on there. And then Rob was also on Patrick's 1 year celebration tonight. And then he had last Frankie Friday was his 2 year anniversary with Frankie. And so, all great live streams. Definitely check out Rob Fuzz. You all know him. He's our slick DJ. We love Rob Fuzz. Right. Thank you, Charlie. And let me go back. Did I? Okay, yeah. Yes, on Pepper Tree Villa with Ben hosting. Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay. All right, the Dufflin Crew. I saw them on here earlier, and you know Ron and Meredith. They're amazing. They really have a passion for Disney, and I'm struggling to read the thing right now. Searching photo archives for rare character meet and greets. So that's live. So they go live on Thursday nights at 9 p.m. and I believe this is just their next show. So if you're on and you want to clarify that too, Ron or Meredith, please do. But anyway, the Duffley Crew Thursday nights at 9 o'clock, and they have this photo archives for so rare character meet and greets, which would be really cool because it's kind of fun to go back and look at some of those older ones when Disney was still trying to kind of perfect that science. Yes, Epcot Bob says Rob is an important pillar in the community. Absolutely, he sure is. Stacy says, I'm not sure who live streams more in a week, Rob Fuzz or Steve's World. That is a good question. Very similar. Rob is saying he thinks it's Steve. Steve had been, well, yeah, maybe because of the travel, but yeah, Steve is obviously on a lot. All right, next. Um, so this is new, and I didn't see Lena or Yvonne on, but Craft Chat is a new live stream that these two channels are going to be doing on Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. And I don't have any details beyond that, so definitely check out Craft Chat. I think I missed something down here. Dennis says, up for discussion on streamers shows this week. Super Bowl Sunday attendance level at parks was high for the first time. The secret is out. One less day of the year you could count on going. Right. That is actually the day we were there. That's the day we went on Rise of the Resistance, in fact. It was Super Bowl Sunday, right, Jim? I think that's right. Or no. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Avengers of Gonzo says the more the better. Thank you, Stacy. All right, Bax. All right, I'm caught up. Pepper Tree Villa. So and this is kind of one of those things where I send out my email and I let them know I'm doing the new show, but I missed their show by one day, and that was last night. Pepper Tree Villa had an awesome collab, and they had, in addition to Arnie and Doug and Ben, they had I believe it was Ben's sister, Sherry was her name, and they had Rob and Jim on, and they were eating Valentine's candy and whatnot. And so definitely check out Pepper Tree Villa. They go live, quite often, and then their regular big show is on Monday nights at I believe it's at 10 o'clock, right after Meg. All right, this and that. So there's not a lot I could probably tell you about this and that you don't already know. They're going solely on their this and that channel now rather than rotating between the four, and they've got some amazing plans for this year. But the one thing that I can mention is that they are having a merch contest. So anyone who has this and that merch take a picture like you see here and then send it to them through the social media sites. And then they're having a contest. And if I remember right, and as Steve, if I got this wrong, you're going to give out like 4 prizes on it. And so get your Dis and That merch. You know you want to. These guys are amazing. These guys are hilarious. And share it on the social networks and do that by March 17th. And and as Steve just said there, the more creative, the better. And then, you know, then they'll give out these prizes. So thank you, Stacy. Man, you're awesome. I appreciate it. And Emily, you too. Thank you very much. See, these guys deserve to be Mod of the Month. As Bob says, Dis and That, coolest, funniest dudes on YouTube. And I just want to take a second here and say, you know, I can't wait to meet all 4 of them. But we got the opportunity to meet Steve. And I want to tell you, it's like they say, you think they're amazing on YouTube, that they're as amazing, they're more amazing in person. Super nice people, so fun to be with. And so we got to meet Steve, really grateful for that. And um, so there you go. Okay, Ed is saying tickets went up again today. Annual pass up about 8%, but not as much as last year. Uh, but clarify, Ed, and I think Bob might know too, they didn't wait a whole year, did they? Isn't this less than a year since they raised the prices? So I know you annual pass holders are probably bumming out. I am not one, so Stacy says Dean, Dis and That hit their watch hours. I'm not sure what that means. Steve says, thanks so much, Dean. It was amazing getting to hang out with you. Yeah, Steve, what a blast. And it was my second time riding Flight of Passage. And I'll admit, and Bob, I think, would also admit, we were, Flight of Passage, it's like one of those kinds of rides that could affect we could get sick on. But didn't get sick at all. Just a blast. That ride is amazing. So it was my second time. I cannot wait to go back on Flight of Passage. Yeah, Ed says, looking forward to meeting Steve's World one day. Absolutely. He's awesome. And he knows Disney. I mean, seriously knows Disney like you would not believe. And he takes a lot of pictures. Mike Wheeler says, Dean, I got to meet Ford guys, and it was truly amazing. They're a bunch of awesome guys. Oh, I think, are you meaning the Dis and That guys, Mike? Because I remember when you met them, and there was a video on that, and that was a very touching video, and I look forward to meeting Mike Wheeler someday. Charlie says, I met 2 so far, need to start a checklist. I still need Zip and Dave. Well, so do I, and Shep. No, up about $76, Ed says. Bob says they usually raise prices in February, but they did a mid-year raise last year too. Well, I had thought that, especially in California, they do have an abundance of annual pass holders, so they probably feel like they have to do that. Dave says ticket price increase. Yay. Well, I know how Dave feels about price increases and parking fees. Bob, like Flight of Passage. Yes, Steve takes a lot of pictures. Seriously, you should share how many pictures you take, Steve. When he told me how many pictures he takes per trip, it's incredible. Stacy says, Dean, for monetization, you need 1,000 subs, which they had, and 4,000 watch hours. They hit both. Awesome. Charlie says, we had lunch with Steve and Shep. Yeah, we don't hate you for it. We're envious, but we're happy for you. Ed says, we have only been on Flight of Passage once and loved it. Yeah, it's great. It's a great ride. But I will say Rise of the Resistance, I think, is going to top that for me. Leanne says parking didn't go up, thankfully. And all right, I'm going to go on here. Thank you for staying with me. When I see 35 people on, I'm super honored, and you guys are really nice to hang out here. All right, the fifth gate. I should say that with an echo. I saw Jim had some special sound effects tonight. I need to get some sound effects. Actually, I have them. Anyway, the fifth gate. We did our first episode in the end of January, and it was Jim and Rob and I, and we had a great time. And for those of you who don't know, we basically say, what would we do if we could design a fifth theme park at Disney World? And so we just laid out our initial ideas. We didn't tell each other in advance, and we shared, and it was a lot of fun. And we had a lot of great comments in the chat and a lot of good conversation. So in the second one, it's coming up on February 25th, and it's called Create the Park. And we are going. Oh, I forgot to put the date in there. Sorry, but it's 2 weeks from tonight, and we're having Road Trip Dave, and we're having Derek from D&G Explorers on, if they can still come, and we are going to move on with this fun topic. So the fifth gate. Hope you can join us. We had so much fun. I'm gonna go back a little bit on the comments here. Bob says they should lower AP prices and offset by raising resort parking fees. Yeah. Steve says I usually take between, get this, 8,000 and 12,000 pics and 800 to 1,100 videos per trip, unless he's with the Dis and That crew. Wow. All right. Team Mold, nice to have you here. Thank you. Appreciate it. So yeah, this is my show to cover what's going on in the live streaming community. And I will put out an invitation for those of you who have considered going live. Definitely contact me. It's a lot of fun. We support each other. We become very good friends. And it's everyone's a little nervous at first, but it's a great thing to do. So definitely contact me at the site. All right, so let me keep going. Dave says, I caramba to Bob's idea. Wow. So Avery the Cuban American says, can't wait for the rest of the Fifth Gate series. Thank you, Avery. That's awesome of you to say that. It's Joy's World says Fifth Gate is a great concept. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And I do want to dangle a little carrot out there, which is, um, I don't know if Josh is still on, but we are in talks with Josh to get him on the episode where we're going to talk about retro Disney, and we're trying to get Bob and Josh on that episode. So stay tuned for that. We're really excited about it. All right. Adventures of Gonzo says big fan of all of them. Team Mode. This is the third show Dean has done this. If you want a good laugh, go back and watch the other two. I put a little more work into the first two. I just plain didn't have time on this one. But thank you for saying that, Stacy. Thank you, Dave. Yeah, glad you could join us on that show. Thanks, Emily. You guys tossed out some really great ideas. Looking forward to the fifth gate, says Viapri. Thank you very much. And we want Josh on too, says Rob. Yeah, absolutely. We're definitely going to try to make that happen. Bob likes Fifth Gate. Bob's got a lot of stake in that because he actually built Soarin' in his pole barn along with illuminations and other things right at his house. So, yeah. It's Joey's World says, Dean, we are just nervous over all the tech stuff when it comes to live streaming. Oh, well, you guys did awesome, man. That was so fun to see you go live the other day. I was on, and so you should do it more often. And you had a lot of people watching you, so definitely you should do more of that. Emily says that would be great. Josh says I'll be there. Excellent. You guys heard it now. We've got it in writing. Thank you, Rob Fuzz. So, lots of Diet Coke, flirting, singing, and thrill rides. Haha, that's good, Joey. All right. All right. Team Mold says you need some women in your fifth gate. I know. I thought of that today. I looked at that and I said, "What do we got there?" We got 5 guys lined up. All right. Who on this chat would be so kind? Stacy, Emily, somebody, Amy, somebody join us and get some of that into our live streams. All right. Magic of the Mouse TV. Nice to have you here. Thanks for joining. I'm about halfway through the show, and I suppose I should keep going. All right. Oh, you had some behind the stream issues, Joey? Yeah, that can happen. All right. Two real geeks. So, Danny and oh boy, I'm spacing a bit on his wife's name. Is it Jess? Anyway, they are going live a lot now, and they're awesome. Danny's been a good friend to us and this community, and so basically, they've been going live with their late night hangout on Saturdays at midnight. That's still happening, and now they're gonna. Danny's wife, if I got it right, is Jess, goes live on Monday nights at 9 p.m. and she talks about just kind of entertainment stuff. So if you want some, like maybe some non-Disney topics, that'd be a good one. And Danny is partnered with Phantasmic Chronicles Tony, and they go live on Tuesday nights at 9:30, and that's called the World of Randomness. And then on Wednesdays at 8 p.m., I believe Danny and his wife do this thing where they just kind of sit there, they play a game, they hang out with you, they talk with you. So definitely, guys, two real geeks. They're awesome. Check them out. My site is not completely up to date because I just got back from vacation and I need to get these new streams entered, and they will get entered. So Mike Wheeler says, Dean, I see your little alien friends didn't come down with you. Yes, they did not this time. This is going to be a lesser production news show. All right. Josh says he's got to go. Josh, what an honor. Thank you for being here. And you guys will see you all on Josh's streams this Friday and whenever they go live. All right. Everyone's saying goodnight to Josh. The Adventures of Gonzo. So I saw that you were on earlier, and it's Miguel, right? I'm sorry, I kind of had a space out moment, but if you're still there, um, he is going live 2 times a week right now. Check out the live place, but it's on Sundays and Thursdays, I believe. And now he's working on 2 new live streams called Saludos Disney. It's a Spanish right live stream. Let me see if I can read that. About everything about Disney with Geeking Out with Melly Mel starting in March. And then he's got the 40 Club Gamers with Al from the Florida Freakout Friday nights. So those are coming. So yeah, there he is. Um, so he's working really hard yeah, Miguel, thank you. So Miguel, awesome to have you at the live place. You've been working really hard, and so catch him on Sundays and Thursdays, and then look for these 2 new shows coming. I also wanted to say congratulations to Patrick, and I know he's not here, but what an awesome guy who just celebrated tonight 1 year on YouTube. He had all these great guests on. You're seeing only some of them here. He had all the This and That guys on. He had Rob Fuzz. He had Kelly at Myers and the Mouse. He had Pete McDevitt, which is just awesome to see Pete. And he had Corey and Josh and Jenna, and wow, it was just amazing. And Patrick, I say this about so many people, but could you find a nicer guy than Patrick? And so, congratulations, Patrick, on 1 year on YouTube. You're amazing, and I hope you see this. All right, the Oklahoma Gals, as I like to refer, Teton Mary Ellen, Sooner Girl Leanne, they are just amazing people who have been good friends to us. And they are doing their next live stream on February 15th, which is this weekend. And they are going to the Will Rogers birthplace. So if you're looking for, let me double check. I think is that Saturday? Yeah, it's this Saturday. Definitely check out on Teton Mary Ellen's channel. They will be going to Will Rogers' birthplace and taking us with them. And I see Texas Takes him there, and I've seen him on their streams, and it's always a pleasure to talk to Ed and hang out with him. And he's gone live some from his home, from his area, and so anyway, you gotta love them. Yes, agree. Texas Takes. Disney Nerd Herder says Patrick killed it in his first year. Bob says Patrick is awesome. Steve says I'll make sure he sees that. Thank you, Steve. Viapri says Rob Fuzz, you are everywhere. I know. He's like Savoir Faire. Merch says Viapris. All right, just making sure. Okay, cool. I'm caught up. And finally, the live place. So I had this slide last time, but I wanted to share it again. And that is that in 2020, these are the things that I'm shooting for. And there's more than this, but basically, a number of you are already doing game shows. And what I'm trying to do is think of a way to sort of combine that. So basically, as you're going on different game shows, somehow we could accumulate those points somehow. And I know it's going to be hard, and make a contest. So that's one idea I'm pursuing, and hopefully it happens. Sponsorships. So this is something that I have been talking to some people, specifically in this community, about. Is there a way for us to get you streamers sponsorships through the show? And I'm talking about single episode sponsors. So if somebody wants to be shouted out on your show, they can contact you through the live place, and then we'll arrange something. So that's in talks. And also in March, I want to make this a weekly show. And so it's going to change the format a little bit, probably do less of the drama stuff and focus more on the news. I know I missed some comments. T-Mode says, "Love this. Thank you for the updates." Thank you. Thank you for saying that. And Rob Fuzz, let's get the live place 1,000 subscribers. Oh, that'd be awesome, Rob. I mean, I'm honored that you helped me a lot, and I really appreciate it. Oh, I'm gonna need a cough break. I'm gonna take a quick cough break, but I'm prepared. Okay, sorry about that. I did forget to mute. All right. Thanks, Dave. Mouse Talk says we hit 1,900 subs tonight. Oh my gosh, Mouse Talk. I apologize. I missed your. Oh man, Walt. I am sorry. I don't know how I missed it. Walt and Melissa came back to live streaming this year, and they really bumped up their show. They created this great room. They're doing Dissanity on Tuesday nights before this show from 8 to 9:30. And I had some information here, and honestly, I feel really terrible right now that I missed that, Walt. Give me just a moment. I don't know how easily I can find it here. But Walt and Melissa are amazing. Walt, if you want to post something in here about what you're doing, I just somehow lost track of it. Yeah, it's going to be a little hard for me to find. Sorry about that. So Walt and Melissa, Mouse Talk, congratulations on 1,900 subs, about to hit 2,000, and I will definitely make up for it somehow. Okay, yep, next show. All right. And then finally, in 2020, I've had this rough goal to get up to 100 streamers by May. I'm starting to think by the end of May. 20 new shows, and we really do. I mean, you saw Miguel, The Adventures of Gonzo. He's got 2 new shows coming. We got other new shows coming. I've got some stuff planned. So 100 new streamers. I mean, 100 streamers total, 20 new shows, and then sometime to have a streamer meetup plan by the end of the year. And so for me, I'm going to push for that to be in December when I'm there next. So thank you, Janie B. I appreciate that. Road Trip Dave likes the jazzy music. And T-Mold says, love this. Okay, that I wasn't expecting that. All right, thanks, Janie B. Mouse Talk, you want a cough break? Let's see here. Oh, this thing jumps. Who sponsored that cough break? Oh, I don't have a sponsor. That's a good question. Cartoon Dean had a Disney Dan shirt on. Thank you for noticing, Rob. Yes. In fact, if you want to see, I always have 2 prepared, and here was the other one. Okay, who recognized that logo? Anyone? Oh, I see something here. Okay, so Viapre says, okay, so first off, Disney Nerd Herder says Mouse Talk Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Dissanity. Yep. Viapre says we have some new shows coming. Excellent. Team Mold says we are going to be doing weekly streams, working on getting that all set up. Excellent. Please do. So 99 more. Well, we're up to about actually 78 right now. I know one that's coming on, and so with these with you, we'll maybe be at 80. Bob says streamer meetup would be great. So yes, we will definitely do that. Stacy says Dean's cough break is brought to you by the Live Place. Yes. New shirt says Janie B. Let's do the streamer meetup at Epcot, says Bob. Yes, I'm all for Epcot. Viaprees love the cough breaks. Amy says nice. Mickey Bunch, thanks, Steve. Yes, absolutely. Kelly, who we got to meet down there. It was awesome. Bob says Windows startup music. I did think that kind of sounded like that too. This hacking fit brought to you by Stacy Herder. Nice. Road Trip Dave says the Live Place Conference Expo. Oh, at Disney Contemporary Resort Hotel, April 2025. Let's make it happen. Oh, Dave, that'd be so awesome. I'm going to tell you a quick story on that. My wife, when we got married, knew I was a Disney fan. She was not, hadn't been there, and she wasn't that interested in going. But she came home from work one day and said, "Guess what? I'm being sent to a conference. It's at Disney, and it's at the Contemporary." And I finally started to think about it. I said, "Well, did they arrange for any hotels?" And she said, "Oh yeah, I think that we can stay at the Contemporary for a discounted rate. I just haven't looked into it." I'm like, "Oh, you got to do that right away." By the time we checked, it was full. So anyway, we did get to stay at the Contemporary later on. It's Joy's World says, see, that's like magic to us. Have no clue how you managed to do that during a live stream. Well, I'll tell you the one software that I use a lot. I use a number of softwares to do all this, but OBS is the most amazing software. You need to have a good enough computer. This is the green screen stuff is because of OBS. I like StreamYard too for the collab part of it, and I'm going to combine more of it later. But anyway, OBS and so forth. T-Mold says, "Oh, gotcha. I thought you wanted 100 more." No, yeah, I want to get to 100. Dennis says, "Should Live Place have more Disney branding?" Well, I'll tell you about that. Dennis is I'm not quite sure what you mean by the branding, but we have a lot of Disney live streamers. So I've mentioned here before that one of the things I'm really trying to make happen is have more non-Disney content, as long as it's family friendly and not controversial. And Rob Fuzz says he's in with Dave. Bob says, Dave, we've actually talked about that. Contemporary Resort specifically. Yes, we sure have. And Jim says, Live Plays Con. Ooh. Jim's always got a flair for naming things. I like that. Live Plays Con. Or just Live Con. What do you think? All right. I'm pretty much done. I'm just looking through your comments. Great minds think alike, says Road Trip Dave. Uh, got the name and everything. Dennis's mom will confirm I was conceived at the Contemporary. Really? Oh my goodness. Well, that's very interesting. That's the first time I've heard that. All right, Team Mold has to head to bed. Work early, but thank you. All right, soon. Everyone have a great night. Thank you. Steve, thank you very much. Let me finish this off. Comment time. Partners in crime. I don't have a flare ending like I have in the past. Thank you, Steve, for saying that. My partners in crime, Resort TV 1, Road Trip Dave, A Disney Life for me, Miguel and Daniela. And of course, there's many of you that I consider my partners as well and look forward to working with this year. You guys are amazing. Thank you very much. Comment time. Let me see. I think that's where I left off. Charlie says, gotta go to bed. Good night, Dean. Good night, everyone. Thanks, Charlie. Stacy, thank you. Sooner Girl, good night, everyone. It's late here. Yes, thank you, Leanne. Magic of the Mouse TV. I just bought everything to build a PC for live streaming. Build day is tomorrow. Good luck on that. That's a ambitious thing to do. Okay. Just catching up with the comments. If Jim's still on, I promised I would run that video again. I think that's what you wanted, Jim. Rob Fuss says, you're awesome, Dean. Thanks for being such an awesome friend. Thank you, Rob. You're amazing. Rob is a good friend of mine, and we talk all the time. You're awesome, Dean. Thanks for being. Okay, sorry, I just read that. Ooh, this thing really jumps. I really did grow up Disney. LOL. Nice, Dennis. Ed says, thank you, Dean, for all you do for us. Thank you, Ed. Really appreciate that. Thank you, Bob. Great shows. Always appreciate that. Team Mole, okay, talking to Janie B. Road Trip, partner in crime, into his house. Woohoo, Dave. Everyone have a fantastic night. Captain Akron, thanks for being here. Team Mold, maybe Josh can sing it for you. Nice, Janie B. Great show, Dean, and everyone have a good night. Thanks, it's Joey's World. Laters, my friends. Bob talking to Steve. Duffley Crew, Ron Meredith. Thanks, Dean, for everything you do. Have a wonderful night. Thank you very much. Bye, Dave. Bye, stream. Thanks, Ron. Uh-oh, another name. Dean 20. Dean 23. Hey, Bob. 23. What does that remind you of? Everyone here, great family. Thanks, Ed. So, as I'm expecting you. Oh, and Ed says, we are truly blessed to have such an amazing community. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, Ed. Really nice of you to say that. Thanks, Amy. Thank you, Dean. Have a great night, everyone. And now, I wanted to ask Jim, were you asking me earlier to play that video again, or were you just kidding? Because I think you were just kidding. But if I misunderstood, let me know. Otherwise, I think I'm just going to call it a night. Ohana says, Dennis, can't wait till the 29th. Ed, yes, I can't wait either. You guys will see what I mean. If you haven't seen Viapree, you got to watch that because you're going to see high production from some truly great people. Play it again, says Steve. All right, I'm going to do it. Tracy Glenn, hey, just got home. We were just wrapping up, but Tracy, what I am going to do, and I'm so glad you could join, play it again, Sam. That is a quote from Casablanca, one of my favorite movies. Which actually, did you guys know that "Play It Again, Sam" is not said in Casablanca? That's one thing that I know. Dean, Noah has a premiere at 10:30 tonight. Seriously? Okay, you guys. Stacy posted a link to Noah's premiere, and definitely check that out. All right, here we go. So Tracy, what I'm doing is I recorded a sort of intro video for this news show. I didn't feel very good about it. I wasn't going to play it. People urged me to do it. They seem to like it, or else they're the nicest people in the world. So here we go. I'm going to play it again. And what the concept was I used voice from voices from a Resort TV One live stream and built it into an opening scene. We'll see what you think here. Hey, how's it looking tonight?
The weather is absolutely perfect.
Live streaming is stable?
We've had some technical difficulties.
What happened?
So we that's right. You missed shenanigans.
What shenanigans?
Fireworks. Right over Morocco.
Good grief. How could fireworks in Morocco affect live streaming?
So that's what's going on tonight.
Well, jeepers, at least give me a technical reason.
My bubbles. Look at that full moon, guys.
I mean, you could live there for a while.
Are you guys ignoring me?
But I'm not ignoring you, I promise.
But what does this all mean?
You're gonna get hurt.
Me? When? Where?
All over the world.
All right. We'll finish off with the waterfall scene. Thanks very much, everyone. Have a good night. Appreciate it. Yeah, I thought My Bubbles was probably the funniest part of that. All right. Thanks, guys. Been great having you. You're awesome. Thank you.